Holdout. We're at 9:09, Josh, this morning, but is that going to change here pretty quick?
That is going to change, Holly. Maybe not pretty quick, depends upon how you define that, but we got about an hour or so before things will turn very poor out there. And we're looking at a nasty line of thunderstorms in the Gulf of Mexico. We're starting to see a little bit of light rain moving into parts of our area. Right now, just a little bit of very light precipitation here on Clystron 9. I'm noticing that moving into Citrus and Hernando counties, but I'm also seeing this really rough line of storms that has taken shape out in the Gulf of Mexico. Let me move the map over just a little bit, give you an idea what's going on here with this particular area. And what we're talking about is this line of thunderstorms that is about 100 so miles offshore, and it's continuing to march steadily toward the east-southeast. So there's quite a cluster of cloud-to-surface lightning activity going on out there in the Gulf of Mexico, and that is drifting toward the southeast. The line itself will come in, so we're going to get the rain. The question is if whether or not this intense cluster of thunderstorms moves overhead or just into the south of our area. And this is about 100 miles or so, like I mentioned, offshore, moving in our direction. So here's a wider view. You can make out how things are going on. And again, just in the last couple of frames, you saw this. Some new showers had moved into it, and that has developed this line of storms, and it's marching steadily toward the east. So the timing of this looks like now we're already getting the light rain across Citrus and Hernando counties. The more intense stuff should come in within about 45 minutes to an hour there, and then a little bit farther south a little bit later, and then press all the way through our area as we go through the day. Now, we're going to see the clouds coming back. A lot of us are looking at sunshine right now. Here's the satellite imagery, and I'm seeing the clouds thicken up in our northern counties and more clouds out in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a secondary cluster of storms out in the western Gulf. That should come through later tonight into the early morning hours tomorrow, and then after that, we'll have a chance to dry things out. It's not just the Air Fest, but a lot going on around the area today. This is Curtis Hickson Park. This is brought to you by Ackerman Jewelers, and they're setting up for the River Green today. And the weather, it looks like it's going to get pretty rough here as well in downtown Tampa. Temperature 72 right now, humidity 76%, and east-southeast wind at 7 miles per hour. In Lakeland, you'll wait a little while before you get the rain. This is brought to you by A&E Auto Body, and we have a temperature now of 68. Humidity is at 88%, and the wind at the moment is calm. So we'll look at some of the other numbers around the area. 71 at Winter Haven, 70 in Brandon, 71 Bradenton, Brooksville coming in at 67. So the forecast today, mostly cloudy, showers and thunderstorms likely. Will warm to about 80 degrees. Overnight tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm down to 68. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Any threat for rain and storms should be relatively early. An early high of 72, and then it turns cooler later on. And I'll be back to talk more about that with the 7-day forecast in 10 minutes. But first, here's another look at Clystron 9.
Now, your weather on the 9's forecast featuring Clystron 9.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here for Weather on the 9's. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker, and we have showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for today. So if you're thinking about going outside, out on the water, you want to pay very close attention to the weather scenario. Have that Bay News 9 Plus app with you, and you should be okay in that regard. But late morning, early afternoon, that window of time, that's when we're going to have the worst of the weather. By later in the day, we'll just transition to some scattered showers. But we'll watch that for you. Southeast to southwest wind at around 10 to 15 knots, so a little bit breezy as well. Of course, in and around those thunderstorms, those sea and wind states will be a little bit higher. Scattered showers and storms will be with us around Tampa Bay and the Sun Coast today. We'll go with a light to moderate chop out there on Tampa Bay and the inland waters. So what's going on right now, we have warm and humid conditions. There's a cold front still well back out toward the north and west of us. And what I'm seeing here is this cluster of thunderstorms in the Gulf of Mexico. This is going to be pressing in through the late morning hours through the early afternoon. Some of the storms could be heavy. There's a lot of high wind aloft, so that comes down to the surface, and we could get some stronger winds with some of those thunderstorms as it comes through. The front will come through tomorrow, and we're going to get a pretty good cold snap to come in here just in time for the beginning of the spring, as that takes place tomorrow, and into Monday we'll have temperatures way below average. Highs only in the mid-60s, but that cool snap will be very, very brief because we'll get right back up into the 80s a few days thereafter. So for today, mostly cloudy, showers and storms, winds generally out of the south. We'll transition to the southwest for a time. behind that line of thunderstorms that comes through. In your county-by-county forecast, high temperatures today will be in the low to mid-80s in Citrus and Hernando counties. Of course, when the showers come through, we'll get rain cooled. We may have a chance to go back up after that. A look in Pasco County reveals 84 at Land O'Lakes, 83 today for your high in Dade City. In Polk County, some strong thunderstorms are possible. High temperatures in the middle 80s for you today. Manatee County, same thing, could see some stronger storms. 82 Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton, a high of 81 degrees. In Pinellas County, we'll manage about 77 St. Petersburg, but 80 in downtown Clearwater. And our final stop here, Hillsborough County. A high temperature today in Tampa, 81, 85 in Brandon. And look out for some of those heavier showers and thunderstorms moving through. So here's your 7-day forecast, and you'll see warm weather just for today. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, mainly early in the day. It'll be breezy. But look at Monday. Beautiful sunshine, but it's going to be chilly. Only 67 for a high following a morning low of 50. Even colder Tuesday morning, but the sun will be out. A beautiful day. And then Wednesday looks terrific, 81 with sunshine. And then as we head into the end of the week, we'll bring in the moisture a little bit so those lows get back into the low to mid 60s, highs in the mid 80s, and a small rain chance will come in by the end of the week. That is your 7-day forecast. Here's the latest pollen forecast for the next 3 days, and it is brought to you by Famous Tate Appliance and Bedding Centers. It's time now for the latest from Klystron 9.
Now, your weather on the 9's forecast featuring Klystron 9.
It is just about half past the hour. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here for Weather on the 9's. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker, and we're going to see some warm weather today, but more importantly, rain and thunderstorms rolling through. High temperatures should still get up into the low to mid 80s inland, about 77 in St. Petersburg. Now, if you have beach plans, showers and storms will be rolling through. I do expect better beach weather by about mid-afternoon. After that, we will still see some clouds, but only a few spotty showers at that point. The water temperature now coming in at 74 degrees. Looks like a continuation of some rain chances and eventually some colder weather on the way. I'll have all the details with Weather on the 9's.
Featuring Klystron 9.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker. Thank you for joining us here for Weather on the 9's. Showers and thunderstorms in the forecast today. Some of those are going to be heavy, at least through the rest of the morning and into the early afternoon. And then we'll see some slight drying coming in for the mid to late part of this afternoon. So as we look at the satellite imagery here, what I'm noticing is two clusters of storms. One right here in the northeastern Gulf, that's heading in now. And we have this other area off the Texas coast. That may move through our area as we make our way through the early morning hours tomorrow. The cold front itself is still located back in here, and that comes through during the day tomorrow. That's when we'll see a change in the temperatures. So as we look at the water vapor satellite imagery, what I'm noticing here is a lot of moisture. That's indicated in blue. This is moisture at the mid and high levels of the atmosphere. That's why we have all the clouds out there. And here's that pocket of colder air. That's going to rotate southward, but then get out quickly. And that's important to the extended forecast because we'll warm up just as quickly as we cool down. Temperatures should warm up to about 80 today, 79 at 5 o'clock. There'll be some showers and thunderstorms still over inland locations at that point. 73 at 10 o'clock as some new showers will be coming in, and those may linger through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Now, if you have travel plans, we are looking at some rain and a few pockets of snow across parts of the Ohio Valley and the Appalachians. That may lead to some travel delays for today. And you'll notice that cooler air across a good chunk of the country for today. 41 will be the high in Chicago, 36 in Cleveland, 68 in Atlanta, 34 in Denver, and the heat is on out west. Vegas, 84. Phoenix will see a high of 91 degrees this afternoon. Now, I'm going to be back with a look at your 7-day forecast. It'll be coming up in less than 10 minutes, but first here is another look at Klystron 9.
Now, your weather on the 9's forecast featuring Klystron 9.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here for Weather on the 9's. I'm meteorologist Josh Linker, and we have some changes coming up in the weather this weekend. We're going to start out today with a chance for some showers and some thunderstorms, and It's not going to last all day, but you want to be aware of that if you have outdoor plans. Stay close to us here at Bay News 9. Have the Bay News 9 Plus app so you can stay on top of the weather forecast with Klystron 9. I think by later on in the day, we'll start to transition toward not so much drier air, but just some more isolated showers. But a good opportunity for the rain to come through. The cold front will come through tomorrow, and then we'll get briefly colder for about a day and a half before things warm right back up. So here's the satellite imagery, and I'm noticing this area of thunderstorms in the Gulf of Mexico heading in our direction. And I'll show you Klystron 9 in just a moment, but these will move through. Some of them could be on the strong side late morning into the early afternoon hours. That'll be the time frame for this particular area of rain. So by 4 o'clock, we're going to be looking at generally drying things out. Now watch what happens tomorrow. You see that area of showers move through, but more importantly, I'm noticing these northwest winds. Tomorrow's high will occur very early in the morning, and then temperatures will be quite a bit cooler. It'll be becoming increasingly windy as the day wears on. And then heading into Monday, a cold and blustery day, at least compared to how it has been, with highs only in the middle 60s on Monday afternoon, but the sun will be shining. So here's a little more detail with the computer model, and notice some pockets of heavier showers and thunderstorms. They'll move through as we head into the afternoon hours. We'll be left with just a few spotty showers heading into the late part of today. So for today, showers and thunderstorms rather likely. High temperatures should still make it up into the low to mid 80s inland. A 77-hour high in St. Petersburg as the wind will be coming across Tampa Bay. Now, if you have boating plans, I would say hold off till late in the afternoon. Wait till those storms move by, and then you'll have just a couple of scattered showers around. Still looking at a light to moderate chop out there on the inland waters in Tampa Bay as the wind will be increasing in and around those thunderstorms. So here's your 7-day forecast. I put our rain chance at 60% today, 40% for some lighter showers tomorrow. But look at Monday, 67 degrees. That's it for the high, but the sun will be out. A nice day on Tuesday, 75. That will follow a very chilly morning in the 40s. The pick of the week by far will be Wednesday, 81 sunshine, low humidity, a morning low in the mid-50s. And then Thursday and Friday, we warm back up into the middle 80s. Another rain chance comes in by the end of the week. That's your 7-day forecast. Another check of the weather is coming up at the top of the hour. But first, here is another look at Klystron 9.